That means we live, baby.
We are LIVE live on this beautiful Friday. My partner, my brother, Fabian. What's going on, man?
You already know Allball, Fabian Perspective, the AllBallTV live all day, 2 o'clock. We're on time. We're on time.
As usual. That's right.
I feel good because I think I could feel the Friday. I've been waking up late like crazy though. You hit me up this morning?
I don't feel good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I didn't ask you how you felt. That was wrong.
Our Knicks. We'll get to that. That's why I don't feel good. But I'm happy I woke up. I'm happy everybody woke up to get to see a new day, another day. It's always great to wake up
above the ground.
Yes, sir. So definitely looking forward to the weekend. But today I'm a little irritated. I'm a little aggravated. But hopefully this live here take my mind off everything.
Well, we talked about it first before we jumped on. NCAA March Madness. I should have put that on there first. March Madness.
Yeah,
Let me fix that real quick.
Listen, this March Madness, very exciting. Very exciting. Couple blowouts, but it's one young man, and it's all of. But listen, he's a one-man show right now in March Madness. Yes. Big shout out to Mr. New York, Marquise Noel, Harlem's own, New York City's own. Listen, man, kid is special. Got an ill story, but the kid is special. And it's not because he's from my hometown, not because he's from my city. Hey, man, it goes to show you hard work, dedication, discipline. And this right here, get you you can go a long way. Big shout out to him. They beat Michigan State in overtime 98-93. 20 points, 19 assists, 5 steals. Big strip at the end of the game. It goes to show the guts wasn't scared to commit a foul. Got the clean steal. Set a record for assists, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, 19.
Record. Yes.
Since they've been counting this stat.
Yes. So since they've been counting it, listen, man, young man is special. I've been rolling with Kansas State all year, and I'm rolling with them to the finals. I think they got the mojo right now, man. Your thoughts right now as far as yesterday, Kansas State, and what the young man Noel is doing?
The first thing that came to mind was Kemba Walker. And then after that, I'm just like, every other New York City. Cardiac Kemba was a thing. Like I was in the BX. It felt like it was from home.
Yes.
I was in the barbershop. We would watch the games, and everyone would go crazy. So listen, this feels very similar.
They make you root for them even if you never met them or knew them. That's what March Madness does. All these young men, all these young women is great. Shout out to the women as well. But these players, they just jump out of the TV on you, man, and they make you root for them. I don't know what it is, whether it's the New York City thing, whether it's their story. I'm sorry to cut you off, but like you said, that was a great comparison. Now the whole world, if you see on Instagram, on everybody's Twitter, from celebrities, NBA stars, he's on everybody's feed.
And again, like you said, it's New York. Rick Pitino came back. It's coming back. St. John's going from Iona.
He already starting a mess. I love it.
I love it. That's right. But the Knicks are relevant. We'll get to that in a second. The Nets are still good. They got a good core, in my opinion. They lost last night, but
they still in the playoffs.
When we got these kids, remember, he's playing out of Kansas State, but what is he? Mr. New York City, a point guard. Let's not forget. That's what we're known for. 5'8".
Yeah.
1 inch taller than me. Maybe a quarter inch taller than me. That's what I think about. Damn. That's what we're known for. And he came back out and he's bringing us back into style. Y'all keep squatting and chanting all over New York. Nah, we back in the building. We're going to get to Julius Randle in a second. But nah, we back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Stop playing around.
That's what New York is about. And can we say this? Is that the last great? I don't want to jump out the window, but is this since Kemba, this might be one of the ones that we seeing from New York. You got Sakai Ziegler, you got a lot more, but I'm just saying right now the spotlight is on him, and he's shining, man. He twisted his ankle. But what we do in New York, toughen it out. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, real quick, yesterday's games. Gonzaga, UCLA. Gonzaga with the win, 79-76. Florida Atlantic, they surprised me. They beat Tennessee 62-55, semi-blowout. Arkansas, they disappointed me, man. Big shout out my guy Kareem Reed, man. He played the Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken. He's the all-time assist leader, if I'm not mistaken. The best kept secret. Alumni of Arkansas. They got blown up by UConn yesterday, 65-88. And, of course, the game of the day, the player of the NCAA tournament, Kansas State beat Michigan State in overtime, 98-93. And I'm going to say it again. Marquise Noel, a.k.a. Mr. New York, 20 points, 19 assists, 5 steals, sets an NCAA assist record. Hey, man. NCAA March Madness. I love it. I love it.
Kareem Reed is the leader, tied for assists in one game with Arkansas, 15. All-time career leader is 219 assists for Arkansas. Career, I'm sorry, 749 for one season, 219. So best kept secret, again, New York City. In the SEC game, he has a bunch of records, Kareem Reed. Another stellar New York's standout. I don't want to say stereotypical, but they embody us. They embody what we do. They bring the flair to the game. So just a big shout out to Mr. New York City for making the NCAA relevant, because you guys are in a struggle period. Let's not forget. You better be thanking that kid. Because they're going through the whole NIL. You ain't got to go to college anymore, folks. He's making it popping to go there right now. So you should be thanking Mr. New York City.
Also, I want to say real quick, March Madness, man, Gonzaga. They're going to their third Elite Eight in 4 years. Gonzaga is starting to become a powerhouse. Now, the only thing with Gonzaga is their players, it doesn't transfer great into the NBA like the Villanova kids, the Kentuckys, the Dukes, the North Carolinas to a certain degree, the Arizonas. But Gonzaga is starting to be a powerhouse. I'm just waiting for that one superstar, all-star that they create, so they can start getting more props. Because, come on, man, 3 Elite Eights in the last 4 years? Hey, man, that's
big
tough.
time.
Yeah, that's big time. So, big shout out Gonzaga, man.
Off the top of my head, is it John Stockton, the best Gonzaga player ever?
Might be. Because remember, your man came from there and he was a disaster.
Adam Morrison?
Oh my God, yeah, he might.
But he tore his knee bad though.
I understand, but I'm just saying, though. I mean, yes, but people come back from injuries. Paul George, I like Klay Thompson, I like Kevin Durant. So
he wasn't built like that.
I understand.
He wasn't built like that. But I could give you the Gonzaga all-time team. John Stockton, Domantas Sabonis went to Gonzaga.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
He's easily their best player.
Easily.
I think he's better than Stockton, in my opinion. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah.
Listen, he has a long way to go.
Sure. He does what Stockton does, and then some.
John Stockton, assist leader. 2 times he went to the finals, win against the great Michael Jordan. Sabonis, I'm going to give him number 2 right now. I can't let him jump over Stockton. I'm not doing that. Sorry.
Dan Dickow, Brandon Clark. Who else made it to the league? Kevin Pangos. Oh, shout out to Rui Hachimura. He went from the Wizards to the Lakers now. Ronnie Turiev, Kelly Olynyk, Jalen Suggs. He's been struggling with Orlando.
I forget. Hold on. Suggs hit the big shot in a couple years. Yeah, he's been struggling. Listen, he's struggling, but also I slept on this young man, Greg Anthony's son, Cole Anthony, stepping up.
He's all right. I guess this is John Stockton's son, David Stockton, but here's another guy injured for the season, rookie, Chet Holmgren.
Wow. Yes.
So they're pumping out, like you said, for them to be that relevant. Yeah, for them to be that relevant the last couple of years, they are pumping out talent. This is top level talent the last couple of years. So
Sabonis and Chet is top level talent.
Yes. So Jalen Suggs is borderline. It's more to be revealed.
Yeah, let's see him healthy. Let's see him get some playing time. Because in the beginning of the season, when he first got there, he was looking okay. He wasn't bad at all. So I don't know what happened, but big shout out Gonzaga. But yes, man, March Madness is all about Marquise Noel, player of the whole March Madness, player of NCAA right now, man. Big shout out to Mr. New York. Hey, man, I think that young man has an opportunity to go to the league. I really do. I really do.
All right. You know, I like to let you choose. It depends on how we feel. We going Knicks first or Clippers first? The good, the bad, or the ugly?
We going with the bad first. That's the bad and the ugly. The Knicks. It's only right. Listen, man. I wish we had like a wah, wah, wah. Listen, man. What is going on with Julius Randle? What's going on with all these meltdowns in the game, the end of the game, on the sideline? He's arguing with everybody but the opponent. You cannot have, and this is why Knicks fans was not liking him last year. What's going on?
Talk about it.
Talk about it. I don't like it. I don't understand what's going on. This is why he can't be the leader of the team. He can't be the best player of the team. You cannot do that. It's clear Brunson is not fully healthy. If I'm New York, I'm sitting him down until he gets healthy for the playoffs. Because right now, whether we get the 5th or 6th seed, I don't care. I need Brunson fully healthy. So these games is kind of meaningless. But the Knicks lost 3 straight games that they shouldn't have lost. And Randle is unfolding right before our eyes. And him and Tibbs need to go. I don't care if they go to the championship. Tom Thibodeau and Julius Randle needs to get out of New York City. Where they go, I don't care. They need to go. They need to go.
I'm sick of them. Oh, I didn't know we could do this. I think Cam was at StreamYard adding some. Whoa, StreamYard is adding some craziness now. We're gonna deal with this in a second. Wow, this is amazing. Let's go at the bottoms. Put the full screen first. All right. RJ Barrett did not show up yesterday. 3 of 12 against the Magic.
RJ's been terrible lately, but go ahead.
No, he was playing well before that. He was playing well before that.
But I'm gonna say this, Faye, before you finish. I don't care about none of that. Let's talk about down the stretch. So, because remember, all these games, we either in the lead or it's a close game until the 4th quarter with, let's say, between 2 to 6, 7 minutes left. That's when all it's supposed to count. So I'm saying down the stretch, a lot of them has been terrible. But go ahead, RJ 3 for 12.
3 for 12. Julius Randle 7 of 20. Emmanuel Quickly 7 of 17. Quentin Grimes had a hell of a game, by the way.
Yes.
But
6, 7,
when do you? Well, thanks for showing up finally. I don't know where the hell you've been. You've been in the starting lineup this whole time, bro. The whole time. Josh Hart, again, up and down, streaky guy, energy dude. I don't mind him starting over RJ Barrett once again. I don't mind Emmanuel Quickly starting over Quentin Grimes. That's my thing, been my thing. You know, I've been consistent with this. But when I tell you that I personally believe we can be a championship team if Julius Randle were to turn this around and to focus all this energy on playing the damn game. What the hell are you getting mad at the refs for? By the way, I get it. Did you see what Coach Monty Williams said on Phoenix the other day when the Lakers
always got to shout out Smile for Cupcakes, Lady to Death. Hey. You already
Smiles.
Know. Yes. So go
Love
ahead.
you to the moon and back. Monty Williams was complaining about the Lakers free throws. 48. He said 48 free throws. That's all I'm going to say. We only had 20. The Mavs game with Mark Cuban is protesting to get the win now because he lost by 2 and it was a crazy mishap that happened during the game. That did not happen to you, Julius Randle. They have a reason to go attack the referee like that. They may have a reason to go press their teammates who aren't trying hard enough. Every Knick has the right to go in that locker room and put a battery in the sock and beat you down, bro. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you.
And listen, I know people love it. He's falling in love with the 3-point shot too much. It's too much.
Oh, ball. I don't even care about that because he is who he is. Imagine if he didn't do any of this. We really wouldn't have anything to say about you. You had 57 the other day. The game against the Clippers was well in hand. It was well in grasp. But you're over there bugging out at the end of the bench. Again, Tom Thibodeau. What does he say at the end of the game? They asked him about him. Yo, this has been, the last couple of weeks, he's been flaring up. Julius Randle been acting
right.
up. Well, you know what? Us as a team, we're unraveling. So I don't like that. We're all discombobulated.
Only one person. It ain't as no team. Listen. We having some problems. I don't like how Mitchell Robinson is being treated. Yesterday, he got a tap-in dunk or like a scramble for the ball. That was his only field goal attempt.
No, not yesterday. That was the game before that. Yesterday, he had 4.
Come on, man. That's still embarrassing.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're right.
Right. It was
one
yesterday.
of one. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? Listen.
12 rebounds.
How many?
12 rebounds, 3 blocks.
Come on, man. I thought he had 4 blocks, 3 blocks. 1 for 1. What? Big shout out Booger, man. One of the best point guards that ever played. Brooklyn in the building. He always tell me, you got to keep the big man happy. If he's going to be rebounding for you, blocking shots, playing defense. So with Tom Thibodeau, y'all not running no plays or y'all not even getting him the ball, no touches. Julius Randle unfolding. Brunson, you can tell, is not fully healthy. And come on, man. RJ Barrett in the fourth quarter looks horrific. You cannot have these meltdowns going into the playoffs. You cannot. Come on.
Your fourth quarter numbers. 0 for 1 Barrett, 3 for 5 Julius Randle. They actually shot pretty well in the fourth quarter. Turnovers.
Yo, listen. I watched the game. I watch all of the games. Randle and Barrett, excuse me, literally plays no defense. Them young boys was shooting them threes in their face. Nobody was closing out. Not even a hand up. Come on. Listen, Julius Randle, if you're having a bad shooting night, make it up with defense. Make it up with rebounds. Make it up with assists. Make it up with leadership. Make it up with toughness. Don't make it up with idiotic nonsense.
And the third quarter was where, because the end of the second half was when that's the story of the game, really. With him and Emmanuel Quickly trying to fight Emmanuel Quickly. That's really what you did. Emmanuel Quickly trying to get you to get away from the ref. You called a tech. So now coming back after that, they played Julius Randle, Emmanuel Quickly, and Quentin Grimes played all 12 minutes in the third quarter. They killed that game. That was 11 for Quickly, 12 for IQ, and Randle hit that 3. It was his first 3-pointer of the game was in that. And 5 rebounds, 3 assists. RJ Barrett only plays 8, or he plays 7 minutes, and Mitchell Robinson plays 6 minutes. But the second half was okay. The second half was okay. It was really the first half. Now you're playing catch-up against Orlando. Orlando got 6'10 or better players on their team. You are the 6'10 dude that's a bully. Boncaro on that team is amazing. He's 6'10. He looks like he plays like 6'6", 6'8", like Tatum.
Yes.
They look like they're 6'6". Yeah. So again, it's all on Julius Randle just not being able to compose himself. He plays every game. He's a machine. So at what point is Tom Thibodeau gonna say, dog, you keep veering off? I don't want to see this anymore. Tom Thibodeau, you are the problem. Julius Randle is the problem, all because of your emotions. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's beyond upsetting. Yes, he is the best player. That is my point. Yes, he is the best player. The fact when you say Jalen Brunson is the best player, why is it arguable? It shouldn't be arguable. You know what I mean? Julius Randle, he nips himself in the butt for all this and allows Jalen Brunson, let him be the leader. Cool, but you should keep your cool, man. There's no way that these guys at the end of the season want anything to do with him. I don't like what he did to IQ. You're a bully.
the last couple games, he's caught technical fouls in the fourth quarter. Pivotal parts of the game. What's the reason? Do you not understand you're hurting your team? Remember, this is not tennis. This is not boxing. This is not golf where you could slam the whatever you using and you get penalized. No, you're penalizing and hurting your team. What are you doing? How do you not see? Just please tell me, how do you not see what's going on? How do you not see, okay, we excited, we relevant. Yo, man, we get somebody over here with us. We could compete for a championship. How do you not see that? So now let's go through the bracket. Let's say we stay at that 5th seed. We play Cleveland. I'm taking us. We beat Cleveland. Who will we play in the second round? Is it Milwaukee?
Either Milwaukee or Toronto or Chicago at this point.
In the second round?
Yeah.
That'd be a blessing if we get Toronto or Chicago, even though I'm scared to death of Toronto.
No, I'd rather play Chicago, but I don't see, Chicago got a great defense. And that's another thing. We got to stop saying we got this great defense. We don't.
I don't see it.
We're in the middle of the pack with defense. Cleveland is no joke defensively. That's why I laughed at Kendrick Perkins this morning when he said, people think that Cleveland plays a fast pace. Who thinks that? They got Twin Towers over there. What are you talking about? I love, listen, man. I'm sorry, but I love when him and Draymond start yapping. Because they always prove to me, just because you play ball and you win NBA does not mean you know basketball, B.
At all.
Straight up.
And I hate that notion. I'll let you finish. I did a post. I hate that notion that you ain't played. Bruh, we've been watching the game just as long as you. None of us is slow. None of us is there's nothing wrong with none of us. We watch and see as well. We see the same thing you seeing, bruh. I don't know what you talking about. I never know what you're talking about.
Ever. And Stephen A. Smith is up there saying he's a big diehard New York fan. None of them mentioned Julius Randle's. That is the most impactful part of the team.
Listen, Stephen A., Kendrick, all of them, they can kiss my you-know-what.
Right.
You been jumped off the bandwagon. You ain't no diehard Knicks fan.
No.
You're not. You ain't no that. We diehard Knicks fans. Because we on here arguing with everybody when we win or lose. You ain't doing none of that. Now you talking about us because we in the playoffs. You wasn't saying nothing about the Knicks 2-3 months ago.
No.
Now that we news and we getting primetime games, now you jumping on the bandwagon. Get out of here. So they just talking because they got lips. They don't know what they talking about.
Yeah, I think Kendrick Perkins, see, the media game to me is all about, and I get it, because we see, we talk about this every day. We see what's popping, we see what's trending, and we try to be careful with that too, because it's like, we don't want to talk about certain things, because that ain't really, it ain't cool for me. It ain't cool for Allball. So we ain't rocking with that. But Kendrick Perkins with the fake, he already done got called out with his nonsense, right? But what hurts more is that you guys really don't watch the game. He sat there and said, you know what he's also said? Evan Fournier and Derrick Rose don't even come off the bench. They shouldn't. What are you talking about? Maybe Evan Fournier in certain spots, especially at the end of the game, you want to knock down shooter like that. I get that. But we watched them already. We were on several 8-game winning streaks with them on the bench. Same thing happened with Cam Reddish.
Right. Now, let me just say this. I'm going to make this sweet and simple. No disrespect to them guys. Them guys is great. Kendrick, Stephen A., because they made it to a level that we pray we can make it to. But your expertise at times is terrible. What are you talking about? Derrick Rose, Fournier, what are you talking about? They ain't competing today. Who they guarding? You think we bad on defense now? Right. I probably could take Fournier right now.
Right.
Are you kidding me? So stop watching the and making your opinions off of that. But hold on real quick. Paul George is not expected to need surgery on his knee. So once again, just a little news, Paul George does not expect to need surgery after the knee injury. So that's some good news for the Clippers. But yeah, man, just my thing with the Knicks, we have an opportunity right now to do something special. We have an opportunity to reel in some great players, a superstar. We have an opportunity to become championship contenders. And we're throwing it all away because Tom Thibodeau cannot and will not hold Julius Randle accountable.
And it's been like that. And it's been like I've been saying this for years. It's been like that. Last year, it's the same thing. The way he called out Kemba Walker, I get it. That wasn't your guy. I said it was a questionable signing when we got him. He doesn't fit a Thibodeau system. I get you're looking for that Derrick Rose spark plug, and we got it with Brunson. That point guard spark plug, I get it. But the way he said he just doesn't fit, the way he was so adamant about that, the way he's so adamant about being arrogant with everything else, how come you aren't adamant and arrogant about Julius Randle's his attitude, man? How you giving IQ an attitude? This guy's damn near earning his way to a sixth man of the year, possibly most improved.
And next year should be the starting shooting guard.
Easily.
Like really think about that, Julius Randle. If you're the best player and the leader, you have an opportunity to do something special that nobody has never done since 1973. How do you not see the big picture? How do you not want to become legendary, godlike, great? Why do y'all not see that? That's why I say to myself, who talks to these dudes? Where y'all getting your advice from? That's what I always say. Why do you not want to come to New York? Because if you win here, bruh,
you're a legend forever.
We
still talking about Willis Reed. God bless the dead.
Rest in peace.
You think that's an accident? Nobody, listen, we still talk about Joe Namath. This is 60 years ago, way before our time. What are these people? They don't see this, though. They're worried about their Instagram account. He's worried about, I don't know what he's worried about. He meditated the whole year. He did so great. And that's what it is. Shout out to Smile for Cupcakes. Stress and pressure. We don't know what these things do to people. I get it.
But hold on. Let's say that again. Big shout, Smiles for Cupcakes. He never knew what pressure was. Now he's starting to feel it. You getting primetime games. The Knicks are being spoken about. You an all-star. Now there's some expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Are you cracking? Are you folding? What's going on? Come on, man. Come on.
It's upsetting, man. It's disappointing. And it's every other game. And again, it's not like we haven't been watching. Shout out Flea in the building from 40, 50 years ago. That's my point, Flea.
Always.
Expectations from a two-time All-Star. No. You see, that's another thing, Allball. I think there's certain players, like even myself, I don't like creating certain expectations. I like let's be honest right now, right? I'm married now, guys, but the best moments I've ever had on dates was when I didn't know what was going to happen. Those were the most not saying I didn't know what I was doing, but I didn't create these expectations because anytime I did, like, oh, shorty might be, it always kind of ruined it for me. But when it was a blast, it was always so unexpected. And it was like, yo, that was ill. Went with the flow. You know what I mean? So Julius Randle, I think he does struggle with expectations. I think LeBron James, Mr. One, not two, not three, not four, losses in the NBA Finals, struggles with expectations. Everybody can't be that kind of guy that has a killer like a Kobe Bryant and all these other guys. Derrick Rose has a killer mentality. They like to create an expectation and challenge themselves that way. Right. Everyone has to figure out a way, like we always talk about, how to motivate themselves.
Now, let me just respond to Flea real quick before we get off this topic. We not making expectations for him, but us as fans, them as an organization, him as a player, remember this year, people are expecting y'all to win a series. We have a real good team. We had a real good season, and we show flashes of being good. So there is some pressure and expectations. We're not creating it. We're not putting it on them. But as a player, you should want those, and you should want to be great. So it might be the little bit of pressure going, it's about to be the playoffs. We about to play Cleveland. It's going to be tough. And he know if I lose in this series and I look bad, oh, my God.
Right.
Listen, man. Listen. He in trouble. So let me say that one more time. Julius Randle might be saying in his mind, if we go in this playoffs, and let's say if we lose in the game 7 and they go down to the wire, hey man, we gonna love you to death. But if you lose in 5, 6 games, and you looking bad, you can't tell me he ain't thinking about that, Flea. Because once again, what is the meltdowns for? So, man, come on, man. My favorite guy from LA, Dime Dropper. So
hold on. Whoa, I'm sorry. Shout out to Marley Moore, Wizards fan here. Just subscribe to this channel. Y'all cooking right now. Marley Moore, salute.
Big shout.
That's all we want to do. Marley Moore. Later on, we're gonna have rapid fire. I'm gonna put the go ahead.
No, just shout out Marley Moore, shout out DC, and let me tell you some Wizards. If y'all could keep cool and build, y'all got a bright future. So big shout out Marley Moore and appreciate the support, my brother. Yes.
At the end around the 45-minute mark, Marley Moore. By the way, classic name, Marley Moore. Hold on a second. Queens in the building.
Man. Come on, man. Queens.
45-minute mark we had was rapid fire, and anybody could come up. I throw the link in the chat if you want to speak to us. You ain't got to be on camera. You could be the Gucci from Different Strokes. Just leave the mic on.
Yes.
Dime Dropper in the building. Julius Randle. Now you see what I've been saying, Dime Dropper. You think I'm an exaggerated New Yorker? Nah, we just passionate out here, man. By the way, Allball Uncle Ice hats available.
Yes.
Hit us in the DM.
Hey, real everywhere. Quick, they got it up here. Warriors only the second time this season won back-to-back games. Horrific.
I just want to also, before we get off that subject with the seedings, remember the Knicks are 42-33. Miami's 40-34, so they're about a game above the Miami Heat right now in the 6th seed. The Nets are also 39-34, but really they're one game in the loss column. That's what I look at. I don't see it unless we have another like pandemic. Then the losses really that would factor in, and they have to cancel the season.
Right,
but. You still, a game separates us, a game or two. They can easily just slip into the 5th spot, and we could go into the play-in with ease. Exactly. That's where the Nets are right now.
Exactly. Great point. So, it's scary times right now, man. Scary times.
I think Dom wants to know where his hat is at.
Tell Dom, did he ever DM you the address?
Yes.
Dom. All right, Dom. I probably lost in my DM. Dom, DM me the address. And I can send you a hat tomorrow when I go to work. Not a problem.
There we go. We keep playing around, OG Fab. We can find ourselves in the play-in. What I just say. Great minds, Flea.
Yes.
Great minds. So
listen, hey, Flea, what I told you, and you said I was lying. I'm a panicker, bro. I panics. And Fabe just made a great you just made a great take. You can lose the next 2, 3, 4 games and end up in the 8th seed or the play-in. Now you playing Milwaukee in the first round. Or you in the play-in fighting for your life. Get it together. Get your
shit together, Julius Randle.
Please. And it's Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah, listen. Cleveland got the best defense in the league. The best. Not a fake best. We're 15th in the league, I just saw. I thought we were top 10. We are not. We ain't stopping nobody. So all that offense with the one-on-one nonsense, Julius Randle.
Yo, hold on, before we get out of here, and think about it. We can't get no stops down the stretch. Yo, we can't get no stops. So what I'm saying is if you our best player, you 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", strong as an ox, you can't even get a stop.
He's not. Listen, hold on. That last possession, the last 2 possessions, we were down by 3. Once again, Mitchell Robinson not in the game. Even as much as you don't care for him, my guy, Jericho Sims, he can really guard any player on the floor. I've seen it. He guarded not DeJounte Murray. Murray from Denver.
He can't be in the game at that time, though. I'm sorry.
I'm saying though, but you have no shot blockers?
Yeah.
On the team? We have 2. Your whole defense is centered around it.
But Fabian,
Tom Thibodeau's a moron.
But guys is not even going to the paint. Guys is knocking down the 3. Like, remember, Randall, Barrett, they not even closing out. I watched 2, 3 3-point shots where I'm like, what the? Listen, let's get off this topic. for my blood pressure rise up, and that sit over ain't got to take me a shot or something. Please.
Yeah, man.
Let's get off of the Knicks and Randle until Tuesday. Knick Talk Tuesdays. I don't want to talk about the Knicks until Tuesday. Please.
Yo, the veins in my brain really just.
Yes.
And after I watched that debacle, Kawhi, oh my. Listen. You always talk about if AD was healthy, would he be top 10? Well, I ain't gotta ask you this. I think I know the answer to this. If Kawhi is healthy, is he easily an MVP candidate in the mix with Giannis and them?
Hold on, I can go further. Uh-oh. And I've said this, and they laughed at me. If Kawhi's healthy, he's the best player in the NBA. You want me to say it again? If Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he's the best player in the NBA. LeBron, KD, all of them is scared of him. That's a fact. Nobody wants smoke with Kawhi Leonard when he's fully healthy. I'm sorry. And I've been saying that. That's why I said I'm tired of hearing when a player goes down, the other team, the team don't have a chance. No, you got your superstar. He's been in the trenches. He has a finals MVP. Come on, man. So Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers right now, they had a little hiccup and lost a couple days ago. But let me say this. That Clippers team, to me, just how Milwaukee is in the East, that's how I look at the Clippers in the West. I think constructed how they are as a team, hey, man, they got everything. They got everything. They got everything. They good at every position. Just like Milwaukee. Good at every position.
I got to give a shout out to Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
Russell Westbrook played a hell of a game. He's played a hell of a last 2 or 3 games.
Hold on. Hold on. Breaking news. Zion Williamson is cleared to return to on-court activities. He will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. Zion Williamson is cleared to return to on-court activities and will be reevaluated in 2 weeks.
Zion Williamson, we don't believe you. You need more people, dog. Get on that court. Go to rehab. Enough of your nonsense. You, AD, and Kawhi on this. No, matter of fact, we can't say that.
Hey, he might be back for the playoffs. I'm just saying. Hey, listen, things is getting
Thank you, Flea. Did you see what Flea said? Did you see what Flea said, Allball?
I see it.
Zion, do us all a favor and stay home.
hey, listen, y'all. Hold on real quick before we continue with the Kawhi. It's about to get interesting in the playoffs. Think about it. If Paul George come back, KD come back, Zion come back, LeBron come back. Oh, my. Listen, man. Y'all think March Madness was exciting. These playoffs? Ooh, I can't wait.
That Western Conference, they're the ones that are really the most injured, right? All the injuries are out west. All of them.
Yes.
So, and I was going hard on Zion right now. Flea, we were going hard on Zion, but I gotta say, I'm totally shocked. In my opinion, fully healthy, Zion and Brandon Ingram are the best tandem in the league. I can't believe how seamless they play with each other. I was shocked. I thought they would kind of like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They were kind of like their styles but their styles blend perfect.
I want to listen tomorrow night on IG Live. We'll be on YouTube too. I want to talk about the best duos. What you just said. I don't know if they top 5.
I feel you. You ain't seen enough.
No.
They played like 5 games together.
No, it's not that. I just think we can name duos that are just better. I think Kawhi and Paul George is better. I think Kyrie and Luke is better. I think Klay and Steph Curry is better. I think Giannis and Drew Holiday is better. Hey, bro, hold on. Let me finish. KD and Devin Booker. Hold on. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I'm just saying, bro.
Everybody you just mentioned, when I watched them on offense, yo, Zach, give us 4 minutes for the link. Hilarious. He wants to jump right in. Zach heard something and he's on the screen. Yo, Flea, who's CJ? He makes that engine run smooth over there, Fab. CJ.
Hold on. CJ McCollum. Having CJ.
Yo.
Yeah.
Herb Jones. They got a couple pieces out there. I forgot my man, the shooter over there.
But we talking duos. Don't do that. You said Ingram and Zion is one of the best duos. I'm saying
No. I didn't say Ingram and Zion is one of the best duos. That's not what I said. I said they are the best duo healthy. That's what I said. I haven't seen. Listen, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they had a hard time clicking before last season. Don't give me that look. Before the first half of last season.
All right, hold on. This is what we're gonna do. I'm sorry, Kawhi Leonard. We excited right now. You gotta hold on. Who you taking right now? GM, Brandon and Zion, or Jason and Jaylen?
Me?
Yeah, GM Fabian. Put your GM hat on. Right now, you have an opportunity to pick as a duo. Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, Zion or Brandon Ingram. With what you've seen so far, who are you taking?
If I come through with the German blood spinning technology.
I didn't ask you all that, bro. Don't do that.
Listen, they first of all, they all need it. I'm moving it because these guys aren't healthy. These guys are not healthy, Allball. Don't do that to me. I said fully healthy. Fully healthy.
I'm saying fully healthy.
Fully healthy. Zion and Brandon Ingram play a certain kind of basketball that's way different in my opinion.
So, all right.
No, numero uno. They're the most, what's my man? N.O. Marley Marl. Queens, baby. N.O. with a healthy Zion might be the most dangerous team going into the playoffs. That is a fact.
Hold on. Dangerous team and the best duo is two totally different things. Listen what I'm saying. You telling me a healthy Kawhi and a healthy Paul George is not better than Zion and Brandon Ingram?
I just told you no in 3 different ways, Allball.
I'll
say it a 4th time if you want.
We're going to finish this another day because you already see where this can go. We can do this till tomorrow. But listen, Kawhi Leonard, my oh my. Oh, that was a great title. Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers, despite what my Knicks supposed to be doing, peaking at the right time. They putting the West on notice right now. We going in here strictly business. Remember, I'm the claw. Y'all forgot. Look, big shout out Roy Jones. Y'all must have forgot.
Hold on, Flea. Watch your mouth, Flea. This is the second. Remember last week he said I was on drugs. This week I'm back. He said take me to LabCorp. Yo, Flea. First of all, Flea, stop giving people free promotion. Mention a different lab, please.
Listen, man. Yeah, but on a serious note, I'm starting to remember I jumped off the Clippers bandwagon, but I'm starting to jump a little bit back on because I just think when they're healthy, Flea, we lay the Devils all love. I think when they're fully healthy, like I said, I like Tyronn Lue. I don't love Tyronn Lue as a coach. I like him. But when he's coaching good, when Kawhi Leonard is healthy and they locked in, and remember, if they get any help from Gordon, one of the Morris twins, Westbrook, Zubac, Plumlee, they got a crew that's tough, that's dogs, and they have experience. Listen, they peaking at the right time, Fabe.
I was trying to give Russell Westbrook his props before I forget.
Go ahead.
Don't let me forget. 24 points, 8 of 13 shooting. Hey, shout out to Boone's Highland. Shout out to Uncle Ice. Been screaming Boone's Highland the last 2 years. 6 of 13, 4 of 7. He was on fire yesterday, Boone's Highland. He was on fire. Remember, this was a back-to-back. I want to see a home and home against the OKC.
Right.
I thought they played both games in LA, but they lost to OKC the first game. That's when Paul George got hurt. Then Kawhi couldn't pull through. It was a close game. They came through and OKC closed it out. Lou Dort played incredible defense against Kawhi to close out the game.
Oh, yes,
and Kawhi heard all that noise. And he was 9 for 9 in the first half. He was Jordan-esque.
Quick question.
Kawhi was Jordan-esque.
If you could, the last 10 games, what is Kawhi Leonard averaging? It got to be 30 plus.
I bet. Let me take this down.
And the efficiency is crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying the other day. We was on live with Zach, the Z Show, family, Chicago, Chi-Town, stand up. Remember, I was saying I'm over. Listen, you got 2 superstars and one go down. That's why you got 2. And now you got players to fill in. They got Bones Highland and Westbrook to fill right in for Paul George. So listen, man. Listen, Kawhi Leonard. Oh my, oh my.
I gotta take off this advertising because I gotta take off this advertising because they keep my man. Come on, man. What's a Harlem do without rhymes?
Come on, you already know for no reason.
For
no reason.
Is Kawhi Leonard's he missed the last 2 games out of these. Let's say since the end of February, 27, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He's shooting 54% from the field, shooting 47% from 3. Oh my God.
Come on, man. What are you shooting from the free throw?
Jesus Christ. It looks like he can't miss from the free throw line. 88%. Oh.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yo, Kawhi is such a savage. Watching him, and it's not even, again, he's one of these guys that this ain't the Joker. It's not like Giannis. He's the best and then looks the best. The way he plays, his mid-range game, one of the best mid-range games we've ever seen in our life.
Complete package. Complete player,
54, 47, 88. And if you really want to keep it real for all our old school people that want to compare Scottie Pippen, he's better than Scottie Pippen. He's completely better than Scottie Pippen on offense. Scoring-wise, it's not close. Scottie could probably run the show better. He can run the offense better.
Hey,
definitely.
Hold on. See, hey, man, you on fire today, man. I want to give you a shout-out because you're bringing up comparisons and topics that can literally be topics on the show. That I want to talk about that Kawhi and Scottie because I think that comparison is closer to what people make it out to be. Listen.
I don't think it is.
That's what I'm saying. Kawhi may get the edge, but I'm going to be honest. Some people going to side with Scottie, and me personally, I might side with Scottie, man. But that's another day.
It is, because to me, the only thing stopping Kawhi Leonard, like you said, from being the best player right now, I don't think he would be. I still think it would be Giannis or whatever. The only thing stopping him from doing that is injuries. The only thing stopping him from being in the conversation with the Durant, Bird, and LeBron all time is injuries.
True.
You talk about he doesn't run the team, no, but he looks unstoppable on offense. And he's efficient. You let him shoot 30 times. He's giving you the best 30 shots in the game.
When he know you too little, he's putting you on the block.
Yeah.
He don't play no games. No games.
That's a conversation to be had. As he said, it's different styles. Hey, it's the 47 mark. It's the 47 mark. I don't know if you start rapid fire. I got something to say about T. Morant. But I don't know if you want to start rapid fire yet.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's bring some people in the building, man.
All right. While you guys click the link, go ahead.
What's some rapid fire topics? What's the first one you want to talk about? Let's start with T. Morant. That's what you want to talk about.
For me, the first one gotta be T. Morant. Hopefully Z comes up here and we could really talk about it.
Is it the redemption sweater?
I mean, the redemption sweater. I think that's I'm trying to link this up real quick.
Right. Well, what did he do? I mean,
it's what he said. What he said that was perfect. What he said that was perfect for me. Hold on a second. Flea in the building. Turbo in the building.
Turbo, come on, man. Family, man. Y'all already know.
Oh, man.
So
happy Friday to y'all guys. Oh,
yes.
Man.
Happy Friday, fellas.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Flea, Turbo, listen, y'all. Tomorrow night, we got to go live, man. Some of these things that Fabe was talking about, we got to discuss these.
Yeah, definitely.
That best duo thing and that Scottie versus Kawhi. Listen, man,
I already talked about that earlier this year.
But now,
hold on. Hold your horses, Turbo. You hold Turbo. Slow down, Turbo.
I didn't say nothing.
So look, Ja Morant, T. Morant, Ja Morant's father, he came out and said, "I saw growth. I saw growth. I saw grace. I know that he knows that God is in control of everything." That's not what stood out to me because I didn't even like that he said, "I saw growth." Bro, it's been 2 weeks. But this is the part that really hit home for me. I blame myself. Because that's my son. When I say I will die for my kids, I will die for my kids. Now, has the world thought about that or thought like that? Anything my kid does, I'm going to blame myself. Sorry. Hate to break it to you guys. Anyone that has something to say about his father, y'all got to chill out. And you owe him an apology. Maybe we went too far with that. If I did, I apologize, T. Morant. I'll be the first one to do it. Because that ain't right. I'm a father. You think I already don't feel guilty when my teachers calling, or my son's teachers calling me from what my son's doing in school right now? You think I don't feel guilty? I'm questioning what I'm doing. He's 7. How you think T. Morant feels? Grown man. When you 23, 22 years old, were you telling your father and your mom everything you were doing? I don't think so. I think you were hiding what you were doing, especially if you didn't want them to know or anybody else to know. I was. Mom, I'm going out with the fellas right now. What you talking about?
That's the first time I saw those comments. I didn't. I've never seen those comments. So that's
okay. Well, what you think about them? What you think about that, Flea?
I would have automatically thought that he would have felt like that. Like, I guess because of the days that we living in, it feels better now that I've actually heard him say it. Now, you reading it and us seeing it in black and white, you know what I'm saying? But from the way he was with his son on the sidelines during games, just showing up, right? But even prior to that, like, we was able to watch John Morant in college, right? We was able to watch, and if you were really into the grassroots of basketball, you was able to know that, John Morant and Zion Williamson was teammates together and on AAU. And, so people have been able to watch T. Morant be around him. So I would already expect that he feels some kind of guilt, some kind of responsibility for dropping the ball there. And I don't owe him an apology because I never really made it about him. I saw a lot of people that made it about him. Like, this is how you talk to your.
Hey, watch this, Flea. I'm gonna let you finish. Tell him, Fabe, I had a whole full argument about that. But go ahead, Flea. Just you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I would have assumed that he felt like that. And it feels good to know that another black man is taking accountability for where he has some missteps and mistakes and just poor decision making. That seeing that in black and white and knowing that, okay, your son is an adult, but you had the ability to step in at some point and say, yo, reel it back in. Yo, you're doing a little too much. Yo, shit is hot. If you got to just say like that, yo, it's hot. Like, whatever you got to do. So, I appreciate that. To answer your question, Fabian, I appreciate that T feels like that.
Yes. Turbo, your thoughts on, what T. Morant said?
I mean, like Allball just said it. He said it best. And I don't really want to get too deep into it because I'm not a father, so I don't want to, you know what I mean? So I know all 3 of y'all are fathers, so I don't want to, you know what I mean? So I want to, respect y'all as fathers and for y'all to dive in that opinion. But I'm glad that, he opened up and, that he had a concern for his son. And, and I'm a godfather and an uncle, and I have I got three grandnephews, you know what I mean? So I do worry about them as far as where they're going to be heading at in the future and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, but like Allball said was just perfect.
Yeah, well, I'm going to just be real quick. I made a post about it, and I argued with somebody about it. I never blamed T. Morant, and I'm still not blaming him because I always tell people, you don't think he was talking to his son? You don't think he was concerned? You don't think behind closed doors he's going, yo, son, you bugging? But when you on that vibe, when you're at that age, and when, we all was that age. Sometimes a person can't tell you nothing. You got to let a person dive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 2 sons, 16 and 18. I tell my 18-year-old sometimes, go ahead, bro, figure out for yourself. Go ahead and bump your head. So, it's sad that we at a time where now you have to put it on social media for people to believe you. Because people really think, or people really thought,
you're not saying nothing.
Yeah, like you don't care. So like I said, I just appreciate that like you said, Allball said, took accountability, took responsibility to understand that is your son, and you're kind of there with him. You was there the whole ride. So, what I mean? I respect that. Now, my whole thing is, let's talk with actions. Let's stay out of trouble. Let's play on the court. Let's get to the playoffs. Let's have a hell of a playoffs.
Let the
and
kid play
knock somebody off.
basketball. Let him play basketball.
That's
now.
what
Like,
that's what I said when that story. I said, look, I didn't care. Whatever he did, he made a mistake. He learned from it. That's it. Keep on riding it and riding it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna affect because a lot of players try to fake the funk that certain things don't bother them. It does. They lie. Certain things, they watch what goes on social media, and it does affect them. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. When they say, "Oh, I don't listen to the paper," I block everything out. Yeah, okay, sure, got you.
And I think that's the point. Ultimate point. We're all human. Zach from the Z show. Let's see if we can hear you clearly because we've been going in and out. Z Money.
I know, man. I'm in my car, man. Can you hear me? I'm on my phone. Can you
Yeah,
hear
we
me?
can hear you.
No, it's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, my camera not working. No, I echo
No,
everything
that's
everybody's
perfect.
saying. My only critique is stop calling these mistakes, man. Them decisions, bro. The main mistakes. Them decisions. That's my only critique.
No, that's. I think we're saying the same thing. Yeah, we're saying the same thing. We all.
Yeah.
He's at a point where just like you're on that court, you got to make decisions. Off the court, the same thing, and it's a little. And again, I don't want to stress it. Oh boy, you know how we do. Bottom line is nobody is 23 years old with that magnitude of popularity, that light on you. That's very rare. The LeBrons of the world, even Kawhi, as much as you want, he's a superstar in our eyes in terms of a basketball player, but off the court, he ain't Ja Morant. So you're dealing with a different level of attention.
Listen, I'm gonna just we could go to the next topic after. I'm gonna just say this. Rest in peace, Willis Reed. And he always say something, right? But my thing is with him, you want to be regular or you want to be great.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that so even like just going back to like a Julius Randle, where he's having these meltdowns with all these players. Anybody in life, you want to be regular or you want to be great. You want to be regular, go ahead and do the nonsense. But if you want to be great, lock in, get disciplined, stop being a knucklehead, and be great, and you'll see the difference. So that's just my opinion on it. Let's be great.
Oh boy, you talk about tough. Willis Reed was tough. Anybody got anything to say about that? Go watch that footage when he knocked out like 4 Lakers on the bench. There's footage. And nobody stepped to him. And it's just, again, that no nonsense mentality. Yeah, maybe Ja Morant needs that around him, but again, maybe he needed this to learn. Period. He should be thankful that it went this far, and that's it. And he got a crew around him to help him come up. But he got to come up. He got to decide to do that.
He should be thankful Adam Silver is the guy, not rest in peace, my guy David Stern. That's what he should be thankful
We said that yesterday.
Exactly.
We touched on that yesterday.
Yes. So be thankful that Adam Silver is running the show. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
he'd have been done for the rest of the season.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
And David Stern would have put the FBI on him to follow him around.
Yep.
Like Melo said.
You heard what Carmelo said.
Melo said, that's what I'm saying. They said he wasn't playing. They put the peoples on you.
Come on, man.
Yo, shout out to Dom. Yeah, Willis is the GOAT. By the way, anyone listening, if you do want to jump in, the link is in the chat. You click that link and you can join us. Even if you want to be on camera, just hit the mic. We good. Yo, boy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think there was a loss in translation here. I don't have in my rapid fire comments, but so rapid fire takes.
It's okay. So, another rapid fire take, real quick with the Lakers. They just won, if I'm not mistaken, like the last 6 or 7 out of the 9 games. Y'all opinion is you think LeBron is healthy right now? When he comes back, you think he's going to be healthy enough? Or you think that injury is going to be a little nag?
I mean, the age that he's at right now, any kind of injury that he has at this stage of the year, it's going to linger. Like, he's an older dude. The recovery is going to take, no matter what he pays on his body, the recovery is still going to take the time to get 100%. So I see it like, if they're in a position to make the playoffs, if they're in a position to play meaningful basketball, he's gonna play.
Okay, Zach.
I agree. I mean, I've been the one echoing over 60,000 plus minutes. It is what it is. And without knowing what the full extent of it is, you'll never know. But I think it had to be one of those things where they was like, he needs a certain amount of rest, which tells me it's probably like a ligament issue more so than a bone issue in a lot of ways. And if it's a ligament issue, there's not enough time for that to be 100%. It just isn't. He'll need a whole offseason to kind of really get that back underneath him. So now it's going to be about him, Darvin Ham, the medical staff, making sure they're on the same page. If they're up in games, get them out. If they don't push him longer than what they need to be, but I don't think he's going to be 100%, but I don't think it's going to matter at this point. He's going to have to do what he can do and make this playoff push.
Let's go, Turbo. Your thoughts?
I agree with what the two gentlemen said. If he could come back and he's healthy, you know, he's gonna want to play. We know LeBron wants to play. We know he don't want to miss the playoffs 2 years in a row. We know that. He said that last year. Like, I'm not missing the playoffs no matter what. So I think he's definitely going to return.
So hold on, I got another rapid fire. I just thought of this real quick. I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench in this. So in the West, if you notice, like all the superstars is hurt, but it seems like they all should be back for the playoffs. And if y'all didn't hear earlier, they said Zion now can play, like he can have practice on court, right? So it's possible he can be back for the playoffs. So now with Paul, they said Paul George don't have to have surgery. So let me ask all y'all up here. Who's going to have the biggest impact if they come back during the playoffs? Is it going to be Paul George? Is it going to be Zion? Is it going to be Kevin Durant? Is it going to be LeBron James? Or is it going to be Kyrie Irving? All in the West. Who you think is going to have the bigger impact coming from injury going right into the playoffs?
Man, I'm going to give you the non-sexy answer, Allball. All of them. Because none of their teams can do nothing without them.
Wow.
I told you, every franchise this year has a major flaw or has a player they can't miss. If KD can't play, then it's back to Chris Paul being your second option. That can't work. If LeBron's not there, do we really trust Austin Reeves, the newfound GOAT down there in LA? No. Kawhi, who's going to step up and help Kawhi? Zion gives the Pelicans something nobody else in the league has. So the answer is all of them. Otherwise, their team ain't doing nothing. It's that simple, the way it's set up. They are that important for their franchise, especially with the level of talent in the league. Y'all was just talking duels. You need a duel. Ain't no one-man band. You need a legit duel to come out the West and even the East, I would argue. You need a duel.
Yeah, I agree. Good. Any one of y'all?
Yeah, the non right. I mean, like Zach said, the non-sexy answer is all of them. I mean, for me, what quickly jumps out is Kevin Durant. Just knowing the level that he could take that team to, you know, how good they already are, and you know, just another notch that he takes them up. Because I start thinking about the players that you did name. Yeah, you plug them back into their teams, and their teams all get better, I would assume. But I think in terms of like most important, who can and who has the ability to really take it to a championship level, yeah, Phoenix. When Kevin Durant comes back, they're gonna be a tough out.
Yeah. Okay. Turbo, your thoughts?
I agree, Kevin Durant. I would go with Kevin Durant, but like Zach said, all of them are definitely important. Because like with KD, you can just plug him in, and he's just gonna play and just go. You know.
Well, I'll give my 2 cents real quick. I agree with all of y'all to a certain extent. I think Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers can still make it to the Western Conference Finals without Paul George. But I'm gonna throw one in there that's gonna throw y'all off a little bit. I think if Kyrie and Luka is fully healthy in the playoffs, I think they can scare some people. I really do. So I may go with Dallas because, like I said, the expectation last year they might have caught people off guard, but still, Western Conference is Western Conference. I'm not gonna cut them no slack. People say Luka is top 3, he's the greatest and all this and that. Guys go crazy over Kyrie Irving. So I'm gonna go with that tandem. I'm gonna say if Kyrie can play and those two is fully healthy in the playoffs, I think that's the most important. I think the other teams, even though they may not still be that impactful, I think they still a little solid. But I think Dallas right now, I told you yesterday, Zach, we was on there talking. It's looking like a mess over there, man. It's looking like a mess. So I think Kyrie coming back in the playoffs, I think out of all of that, to me, it's most important.
Shit, the way Dallas been looking, they look like they might be in the play-in instead of in the playoffs. If they ain't careful, that's the
I personally don't even think that it works, Kyrie and Luka. I don't even think it really works. But
I agree with you. We said that yesterday. It don't work because they gave up their utility guy for offense.
Right.
You gotta have that. With Kyrie, we've seen that. You got to have that J.R. Smith, that Iman Shumpert, that Jaylen Brown. You got to have that along with him. And then you got two guys whose defense is just not their thing. Yeah. They just have not accepted that. It's just not their thing. But the more I think about this all ball, I'm going to say Phoenix once and for all. I just can't picture Chris Paul being their second option.
Hell no.
That's bad, man.
That's a great
need
point.
KD, bro.
That's a great point.
He just can't do it at that level no more. They need KD bad, bro. I'm going to go with KD because you're right. The Clippers could still make it.
Listen. And for real, it's all about seeding out in the West. Because, like, depending on where you at, like, I don't fully agree with you, OG, on the Clippers can make it to the Western Conference Finals without Paul George. But you know, just thinking about it, if they catch a good seed and play a team that they, you know, have a good matchup, and now they get out the first round, and it's not a tough series. They play 5 games and get out the first round. Now I can understand, like, okay, they get themselves in a position to play in the Western Conference Finals, because you can mess around, and Golden State and Memphis may play in the first round against each other. Like, it's just the matchups are crazy out there.
I think all the matchups in the West is going to be crazy. There's going to be no flaws. There's not going to be no flaw matchups in the West.
You got to win. You got to win ball games, because depending on who you play, you can have a great. Denver could play LA in the first round, and
right.
You know, like.
But we were talking about fully healthy, and I unlike Z, I keep it sexy, and I'll risk it all. If the New Orleans Pelicans are fully healthy, they're the most dangerous team out west. This has been me since last season. They were really great. If they're fully healthy, they're scaring everybody. I'm not scared to say Sacramento can make the finals, because if we're talking about realistic and people are not healthy, Sacramento got the best offense out west. But again, things got to go their way. Memphis got a great defense, but the Pelicans' defense right now is underrated. Herb Jones is underrated now because they started losing. But Zion brings
Herb and Trey Murphy are tough.
Trey Murphy. That's their best 3-point shooter
currently, I think.
Yeah.
Trey Murphy, left-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough.
I said before, me personally, I haven't seen a duo that fits as seamless in the league as them. To me, Kawhi and Paul George don't fit seamless. They kind of like they bump into each other a lot. Even with Giannis and Jrue Holiday, it's really more of a super defensive team. But on offense, that ain't I'm so surprised at Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. It shocked me how well they play together. So to me, I gotta go with them. I've been saying that since last year. I told Dom that. They made the play-in, but they were really making noise. They look like a great team together. And like you said, Flea, CJ McCollum, they're in the play-in now, I think, Flea.
But what seed were they prior to Zion getting hurt? Like, I think Zion got hurt.
Second or third.
They were like the top 3.
They were like top 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And CJ McCollum's a vet. He has playoff experience. He's been to the Western Conference Finals. He's the NBA union rep, like we talked about before, the president of the union.
He's the president, yeah.
All those things matter. And again, we ain't giving Willie Green enough props. Their general manager needs some props, because what he did in Cleveland, I tore him down.
Griff.
Yes, David Griffin. Yeah, he should get props for setting that team up. Shout out to what's our guy's name from Z from Twitter, Jay from Wakanda. he was really stressing that about the Pelicans. Nah, yo, that general manager really turned that team around. So ever since he told me, I started watching them. I'm like, yo, this is a really well put together team. They're not healthy.
And that coach is doing
Along
a great job.
with Swin Cash. Along with
Yes.
Swin Cash. That's
Yes.
Yeah,
his
some
right
clashes
hand.
there. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. But let me ask y'all this real quick. It's not crazy. Put Wiggins in this camp for the Warriors. Everybody cracking jokes online and all that, but basketball wise, great back. That could be scary for them.
Yeah, Zach, that's a great you know what's crazy? I'm glad you said that. That's a great point. All right, we're gonna do two takes.
He would have been just as important as KD.
Right.
Like, who would have thought that?
Right. No. That's great. I'm glad you said that. That's a great point. Let me ask you. I don't care who goes first. At this point, how important is Wiggins to Golden State? In y'all opinion?
I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna jump out after.
No problem.
Wiggins was the second best player in the NBA Finals last year on that team, on that Golden State team. The second best player. And at times, he was their best player. Like at times, that's
Curry
at long
struggled
stretches.
early, Flea. Good point. Yup.
To be real shit, Z. Like at times, in certain stretches, he was the best player on that team. So people are giving them a lot of shit. They're the worst team on the road in the league right now. Like they're very up and down. They should be better. All of that, but there's key components that they had last season that made them go right. Like that Wiggins piece is important because, in my opinion, Draymond is diminishing a little bit, and as he diminishes, Wiggins is ascending, just playing around great players. Now Wiggins is ascending, being able to defend, at almost an elite level like Draymond, right? And now he's able to score the ball way better than Draymond. Like, so his piece is important. Gary Payton II was a huge piece for them last season. They got rid of him, the money, whatever, they get him back. But in terms of defense, Golden State is probably bottom 5, I think, in terms of defense. They can't stop.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Right. They're bottom 5. They can't stop anybody. So those two pieces, although they're very, very subtle, Andrew Wiggins and Gary Payton II, who would have thought we would be talking about them? But those pieces,
we the only one talking about them. That's how you know we know basketball.
Those pieces for Golden State, right? Those pieces for Golden State, and the fact that Kuminga has taken some time to ascend. He hasn't ascended fast. It's taking him some time. He's getting a lot better. Moses Moody taking some time. I don't care what nobody says. Jordan Poole is not having the greatest season. He's had stretches, but he's not having the greatest season. So Wiggins, Gary Payton II, huge pieces for what Golden State is doing over there. Appreciate y'all for always having me. Z, my dog, Turbo.
Love.
OG, always love.
You already know. Yes, Flea.
Yeah.
Turbo,
you're in anytime, brother.
What's your take? Because Zach, I'm glad Zach said that, man. That's why I love Zach that's why I love being on here with Zach, because
he's Mr. paying attention to details. He's like he pays attention to details.
Yes, but
he reminds me on stuff when I'll be on my show. But go ahead.
Yeah, but hold on. But real quick, Zach he brings up topics, and his mindset is just the things we don't even think about sometimes that we can't get out. He comes out right with it, and so I appreciate that, Zach. So Turbo. Your opinion on what Zach said, is Wiggins just as important as KD to Phoenix? Paul George to Clippers, is he that important? To Golden State?
Yes. For what they do, yes. And speaking of Gary Payton Jr., he is clear to practice tomorrow, and if everything goes good, he'll make his return.
That's great
Sunday.
News.
Yes,
great news.
Make his return on Sunday, if everything goes well. So that was the breaking news. But like I said, Wiggins is definitely important. Like you said, in some of those final games, he was a key player. And like he had to guard Jason Tatum.
Yep.
He had a lot of responsibility, guarded, and he had to create offense for himself.
Yeah. Exactly. So
I'm gonna give y'all this real quick too. What people don't understand about Draymond, well, two things real quick. If you don't think Wiggins is important, that's why they fan base is going so crazy. As much as they like to, be up and down with Wiggins, that's why they fan base is going so crazy, because they know how important he is. But what Draymond was really underrated at, somebody is not, we always laugh at his offense. If Clay or one of those guys was off, Draymond can give you a sneaky 20-point game. He can give you a sneaky 18-point game.
right.
That was completely gone last year. He was missing shots around the basket that even he didn't miss. So Wiggins being there, he could be that technically third option. Clay and them other guys were struggling. Wiggins can give you 24 and y'all not miss a beat. Kind of how like Draymond was in his prime offensively. I don't think Draymond has slipped defensively that much, but offensively he definitely has. And that's what they're missing on the road. Because on the road, your offense doesn't always travel with your role guys. But
Facts.
the main guys, the offense has to travel, and they're missing that this year, to the point, again, I said yesterday, if they do win the chip, they're going to have the worst road record by a champion by far. It's not going to even be close. So Wiggins is that important. I hope they're able to get him back, and I think that's why Kerr and all them have been playing close to the vest with this, regardless of what the rumors are, because I think they know how important they need him back, and they don't need no story leaking from inside there. We can speculate on the outside, but they know his importance. They don't need no story speculating from the inside.
Hey, man, listen, great take, man, on everybody's behalf, man. Zach, man, you threw that in there. That was nice, man. I definitely agree. And I'm gonna give you all the kudos to that, because I wasn't even, like you said, Wiggins ain't play all year. That we literally forgot about Wiggins and how important he is. And I'm gonna give you kudos on that. Yes, looking at Golden State season, just the bad road losses and just up and down all year. Yes, Wiggins is just as important as all them other guys. But real quick, we're gonna get out of here after this one, but I'm gonna just say something. In the Western Conference, from the 7th seed to the 12th seed, they all got the same record.
Right. Right. So hold on. So can I just say something? An old boy,
Go ahead, Fabian.
I'm doing this respectfully, because I've been hearing this comment a lot. Fabian, you just spewing hot takes, right? And I heard that thrown around a lot. And listen, I'm gonna keep it real, right? I'm a little offended by that, but I'm not emotional. So I try to keep. I'm a little confrontational in real life. But here's my point: stop acting like I don't watch ball. Yo, Dom, you know me well enough. Yeah, it might be a hot take, but what did you just say, old boy? From the 4th seed to the 10th seed, they got the same record. All we're talking about is health. You telling me that Zion is maybe possibly the most dominant person in the game right now? Right? So when Zach comes through out of left field with, remember, Wiggins might be the real piece that they're missing. That's not a hot, that's just an out of the box thought. So when I say something that's out of the box, I'm not Sacramento Kings might go to the finals. That's me watching the game. So it's no disrespect to Dom. You know I love you. But at the same time, dog, don't tell me when I watched the Pelicans, he doubted me last offseason when I said,
I love
the Pelicans got a chance to beat anybody out west. I said that in the offseason. And what happened? They were number 2 before Zion went down. So going back to with the Golden State thing, Wiggins is definitely what they missing. They definitely missing Gary Payton III.
And remember last year, my fault.
Real quick,
fault.
Turbo. Remember, Draymond showed up in Boston and did not show up. He admitted he was scared of the Garden because they were cursing him out. So that means Andrew Wiggins was their best two-way player. I don't want to sneeze at Curry. I don't think Curry had a really bad game that finals, by the way. I think the Celtics messed up and played drop coverage, whatever it is. He may messed up. But remember, he had 25 points in the first quarter of game 1 or 2? Maybe game 2?
Yeah, he struggled. He struggled more early on in the playoffs, Fabian, not in the finals. It was
okay, got you.
Especially in that Memphis series, he was kind of all over the place a little bit.
Yeah, but see, this is what I'm saying, Dom. I bet Pels and Kings won't win out west. I'll bet my right hand on it. So do it. So bet your right hand, dog.
Yep.
I'll put something on
Cut it off live. Cut it off live on Allball on YouTube.
Hey,
you telling me because they all ball. In all seriousness, we always talk about this. I do not take myself as much as I scream and yell, as much as I get along and talk to people like this. I do not take myself that seriously. I'm sorry. I don't take these people. Just like that's what happens with John Morant and why T. Morant got to come out and say that and why I got to apologize just in case I said something crazy because I go off the lid. Okay, cool. Yo, maybe I am flying off the handle. Let me apologize for that, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's all entertainment. But don't tell me I ain't watching ball. We dedicating a lot of time to this thing to say what we say. This ain't just Stephen A. Smith trying to get ratings. Nah.
Fabian, I tell Fabian all the time off the record, especially when we was talking last summer. I said, have more confidence in your takes, bro. You know what you're talking about. You're not just a fan. You fine. I used to tell him that all the time. And real quick, too, I'm going to give you this tip. It's easier for me to do it this way. When you was on Basketball Reference and you was trying to see Kawhi's last 5 games, all you got to do is click on the rows.
I did that.
From that whole, like, oh, it didn't look like it was highlighted on my end. Okay, cool.
Nah,
cool.
I think on the phone, it might. Yeah, I'm with you. You put me on to the other one, but how to look up the lineups and everything on Basketball Reference. So
yeah.
And again,
okay,
all
cool,
ball.
cool. Okay, cool.
I Z, everybody. I don't even care if you come at me. That's what makes this lovely. You can like Steve.
Nah,
you think
you've been right though. You was right on Minnesota last year when we was talking about Minnesota before everybody was talking about it. We was talking about them in November last year. Allball. I hadn't even met you yet.
Right,
and people was like, no.
Praise Jesus for Z money.
Respect. And I was like, no, Fabian was right. He was right there with us.
I loved it.
And yo, Z, I love you. I appreciate that. Because if I called Z out earlier this year because he was saying that Goldberg and Karl Anthony Towns thing was gonna definitely work. I don't know what people are talking about. I called him out. Now maybe I gotta retract that. Yeah. No. Hold on a second. Minnesota's in the playoff picture, bro. They were down Cat and Anthony Edwards, and Goldberg is there for that reason. So you weren't necessarily wrong. It was just too early.
Yeah.
So we might be wrong one day. I think imagine if we owned the team. You think we wouldn't be having these same exact conversations? We all have our own point of view. So all that hot take nonsense, yo, Dime. Let's come more original, baby.
No more hot takes.
Right.
Oh no, I'm hot taking all day.
listen, this is the last topic, man, for rapid fire. I want Turbo to go first. Everybody get a minute, then we getting out of here.
Got you.
Remember, Sacramento, Memphis. Who has the best chance to go further in the playoffs?
I'll say Memphis just because of their play, just because they've been in the playoffs, and this is Sacramento's like first time, and like Memphis, they're not gonna be scared. Memphis is not gonna be scared. They want all the smoke. They don't care. They want all the smoke. So I would go with Memphis. But would it surprise me if the Kings went around and go to the conference finals? Heck no. But I think I would give that slight edge to Memphis just because of their playoff experience, and they seem like they're hungry after what happened to them last year because they felt like they could have got to the conference finals. So
okay, Zach. Give me one, Zach.
I'm going with the Kings. Sabonis is a proven all-star. He's been there. We forget Kevin Huerter played a huge role in Atlanta when they went to the conference finals. I think the Aaron Fox is maturing. And with Ja being out, I'm worried about their continuity. And I'm always worried about their late-game offensive execution. I'm always worried about that with Memphis, mainly with Taylor Jenkins. Not saying that Mike Brown is the greatest championship level coach either, but I like the Kings' stability. I like Sabonis, second best player, better than I like anything Memphis has over there as their second or third best option.
Okay, I'm gonna go then. Fade, you could close us out. I'm gonna take Memphis. I think Memphis got a chip on their shoulder. They got a bona fide superstar, and he's must-see TV. And at times, that young man is unstoppable. And I honestly think Memphis, top to bottom, got a solid team. And I think their youth and not being afraid of with the chip on their shoulder, I think they may go a little further. But I wouldn't be surprised if Sacramento stunned a lot of teams and may make it to the conference finals or maybe even the finals. Because let's not forget, what's my man that was over there in Golden State that won the ring, and he's over there with them now?
Not Mike.
Oh, Harrison Barnes.
Harrison Barnes is a very important piece to the team.
Right.
So,
I forgot.
yes.
Yeah, so they're not as young as we think they are.
Yes.
Aaron Fox.
Yes. So, yeah, either way, you can't go wrong. But go ahead, Fabe. Take us home.
Molly Moore dropping jewels. Darren Erman, this might be Turbo and Z's lane. I don't know who this is. Darren Erman leaving Golden State coaching staff hurts their defense because in the NBA world, he's one of the best defensive coaches in the league. Dom Dropper thinks, imagine if they had Randle.
Dom is on fire today, huh?
Yeah, Dom he's at work going crazy.
Dom said, I got time today. Go ahead, Fabe. I'm sorry.
No. I think the Harrison Barnes thing, to be honest, that's what scares me about the Kings in the opposite direction, where I didn't like what he did in the finals. I do watch their games. He's very clunky when he goes to the rim. I hope he does bring the experience factor, but I'm just going with that pick and roll, pick and pop thing, pick and handoff with Sabonis and Herter. I don't see anybody in the league that could get their own shot the way De'Aaron Fox does at any given time. I hope he goes more to the mid-range as the playoffs unravel. But I got to stick with my pick with the Kings going to the finals out west because, and that's a scary thing, because like you said, everybody said, Allball specifically, the Grizzlies are top to bottom. They play defense, they're gritty, and these other the two young teams that we're looking at, like, do they have a chance? And they go against the grain, but it goes down to they can score all day long, the Kings, like Zach said, but Sacramento has 2 or 3 options on offense at any given time, including primarily in crunch time, when they can hit that shot and take the series over.
And Malik Monk is coming off the bench.
Yes.
Yes.
The other point guard.
Tough.
I'm just rooting for the Ja and De'Aaron Fox matchup. I think that Ja and De'Aaron Fox matchup will be must-see TV and will be special, man. And I think Fox is going to take it so personal.
Yes.
Just like he did that Lonzo Ball matchup in college when he killed Lonzo Ball in the tournament.
Yes.
I think he's going to try to take the same thing, man. So hopefully we treat it to seeing a matchup between those two.
Let me tell y'all this. The NBA, that would be a gift to the NBA. If you get that series, that will be a gift. And I guarantee you next year, they will be setting up a Sacramento, Memphis for a Christmas game. Hey, Zach, listen, Zach 2 for 2. He threw in the Wiggins, and then now, like he said, that matchup with Fox and with Ja Morant, oh my God, turbo, man.
Hey, Allball, you messing with a pro, Allball. I'm 6-7 years in this podcast.
I know. Listen, bro.
With a pro now.
Hey, no. Hey, let us give you your props. Don't tell nobody that. Yeah, we know. Trust me. That's why we rocks with you. Not only because of that, even without the pro thing, bro. You know the game. You watch the game. You know your takes. But let us give you your props, man. Lay you to death, boy. Turbo. 30 seconds. Your opinion on what Zach just said before we get out of here. That Ja Morant, De'Aaron Fox matchup. Are you looking forward to something like that?
Ooh, must see TV. Get your, like T.O. said, get your popcorn ready. Oh my God.
Hey, Zach, the NBA needs more. I'm tired of Kevin Durant against LeBron. Kawhi. Hey, we need some of these young dudes to start matching up against each other more. Zach?
Hold on, my wife called. My wife called. Go ahead.
No, I was saying before. Go ahead, Fade.
Now, real quick, there was a beef before that because of this guy, the NBA memes. Ja Morant is who De'Aaron Fox thinks he is. This is from last year, and I was watching it since then. Yeah,
listen,
I've been so when you said that I immediately thought of that because I thought it was that the guy that be on with Dan Le Batard, he was the one that came out and said, "Yo, Fox is all right, but he ain't no Ja Morant." And ever since then, Ja Morant kind of took it personal. That's last summer. So for me, when you said that, I already knew there was a little simmering beef. Fox went out there to Memphis and he tore them up. So that would be a great series.
Listen, we need some of these new guys to start going against each other a little more. I'm tired of the older guys still with that LeBron against KD, Kawhi against. Listen, you got some great young talent in the league right now. Man, listen, if you start putting those guys against each other and start letting them go at it in primetime games, Christmas games, playoffs, listen, man, the NBA is going to be in good hands. And Zach, I'm going to say it again. If we can get Memphis and Sacramento to match up in the playoffs, the NBA, listen, that's why you got to love our platforms. Because we the only one that talk like this. Everybody's still stuck on just the big names. No. That right there will be a gift for the NBA that they don't even know about.
I agree, bro. And lastly, you gotta ride with Fox in a lot of ways because any brother that I know of that never has a sharp haircut, Like it never has a sharp line, and it's just kind of nice and neat a little bit.
All about
Them dudes always got an edge, man. Think about it. You gonna laugh, Fabian, next time you see him. He never has a sharp line.
I'm already laughing.
I'm telling
What you mean? I know exactly what I'm always like, yo, what's up with your hairline?
Them kind
No,
of
I can't talk about
guys, bro. Them kind of guys are always gonna be up to compete, man, because they ain't worried about looking pretty, man. I'm telling you.
Hold on, Zach. Why'd you know I was that silly? And you know I was gonna go look him, Google him right now. And
well, listen,
D Rose never had a sharp hairline like that. That's that Inglewood all day. Never had a sharp lining. Hey, I'm telling you, man.
Well, listen, man. Zach, Flea, Turbo. Hey, man, Fade, take us home, my brother.
you already know it's All Ball Live, AllBallTV Live Fridays. All Ball Fabian Perspective. That's All Ball to the left of me. I'm Fabian Perspective. That's Turbo to the bottom of me. Well, at least I can see on YouTube. And that's Z Money. Pause, by the way, on the bottom left. Thank y'all for joining us. We live Flea. Yo, by the way, hold on, Marley Marl from DC. Shout out to DC. Shout out to the West Coast, Dime Dropper. Thanks for tuning in. Smiles for Cupcakes down south.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all.
Man, y'all
make us go.
touching everybody. You touching the whole country.
Shout out. Hold on, the country. We got family in the UK now. We're not playing around. So listen, me and All Ball, we take this very, like I told you yesterday, Zach, we take this very seriously, and we're connecting the world together with our vibration. That's all we could do. We truly, absolutely want you guys, or appreciate you guys coming on here. This is the oxygen that makes us go. It just makes us go. Keep going. Go Clippers, Dime Dropper. No, don't go Clippers. Go Knicks. But yo, till Monday, we got AllBallTV Live, 2:00. Tonight, we got AllBallTV Live with the Wild Bunch. Tomorrow night, Wild Bunch again live. That's when we go really crazy. It'll be 20 of us on the screen if we can fit us. And we're gonna go nuts. I'm gonna have to mute everybody, especially you, Turbo. But go ahead.
Oh no! Did y'all? I think before y'all got on the live, I posted something on my IG of the my top 5 favorite Olympic teams. So I will try to check that out, and we'll talk about it because I know there's gonna be some controversy with the young boys about my list. So, but just want y'all to you know what I mean?
So Wild Bunch tonight, tomorrow night, AllBallTV Live. Yeah, man. Tune in. Yeah. Just tap that subscribe button, that like button.
I'm here.
We in the building, babe. You see Turbo there. You're going to see Zach in the truck, out of the truck. Who knows where you'll find Zach at? He's everywhere around the country. Yo, see y'all later, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.